The handkerchief in front of Baekdan brought her an unexpected sense of relief, a quiet gesture that eased her despair. Clutching it gently, she whispered to Musin that she would return it after washing. But before she could gather herself, Musin suddenly pulled her close, his gaze steady and unflinching. "I can make you feel good," he murmured with bold certainty. "I'm plenty confident." Baekdan recalled Yongera's words and thought to herself that, if life is destined to rot in this alley, why not let it flow as it is? Her expression shifted, and Musin caught it instantly, sliding his hand beneath her shirt. But before the moment could deepen, a man burst into the shop. Baekdan shoved Musin away with a smack. Musin murmured with a low, dangerous smile. "Lady, I was trying to be a gentleman, but I can't do that anymore." Her eyes widened in shock, the only word escaping her lips was, "What?" he teased, unbuttoning his shirt with ease. When he added playfully, "I told you I was big." What followed was a charged, consuming encounter, one that swept Baekdan into a storm of emotions she hadn't been prepared for. By the time exhaustion claimed her, she realized she had given in completely, falling asleep beside him. By morning, she stirred to find Musin lighting a cigarette. "Don't smoke," she whispered. He put it out without protest. His gaze fell on her worn workbooks. "Are these yours?" She admitted they were discarded ones she'd picked up, only to flinch under what felt like pity. "Don't feel sorry for me." Musin's calm reply lingered in the air. "Who said I'm feeling sorry for you? I'll just buy you new ones." That evening, as Baekdan closed the store, Yonga stormed in, shouting, "Did you sleep with that jerk?" Startled, she asked why he was accusing her, but his tone grew sharper. "Are you dating him?" She admitted softly, "We just slept together." His expression darkened, and in a sudden burst of emotion, he pinned her, demanding, "Why him? Why not me?" Musin appeared, his gaze cold and dangerous as he saw Yonga holding Baekdan. Realizing the situation, Musin yanked Yonga off her and delivered a brutal punch, beating him until Baekdan screamed for him to stop, fearing he'd kill Yonga. The man before her felt frighteningly different. When she slapped him, Musin only smirked and said, "I get excited when I see blood," before pulling her close and kissing her fiercely. Overcome by the intensity, Baekdan gave in, tearing his shirt as passion overtook them. "I think I'm getting addicted to you," Musin whispered. Musin slyly whispered, "Are you excited?" She couldn't answer, lost in the fierce, overwhelming pleasure that stole her breath. Instead, their lips met in a deep, consuming kiss. The rattling sound woke her, and she saw Musin step into the room. "What are you doing?" she asked sleepily. He gave a small smile. "I organized the store for you." Her eyes drifted to his clothes, and noticing something familiar, she asked about them. Musin smirked. "Someone ripped my clothes yesterday, so I had to wear something else." She realized they were her father's clothes and laughed. "It doesn't suit you at all," she teased. "I'll take a picture and show your colleagues." "Go ahead," Musin said with a grin. "That photo's good enough for a museum." Taking her phone, he tapped a few times and handed it back. "I saved my number. If you sell it, split the profits with me," he joked before leaving. The exchange had her laughing out loud, but the laughter faded as a serious thought struck her. We're just sleeping together. So why am I laughing like this? She sternly told herself to get a grip. It was just a platonic relationship. She opened his number from contacts and deleted it, saying, "I shouldn't expect anything." The baseball team had a big game coming up, and they all crowded into Baekdan's store to fuel up, filling the place with lively chatter and energy. In the middle of the hustle, Musin strolled in. "Is it business hours already?" he asked. The store was packed, yet he deliberately requested Baekdan to serve him in her private room, leaving everyone, including Baekdan, shocked. Inside, Musin slurped his food nonchalantly while Baekdan glared at him. "If you're done, leave." "I'm busy," she snapped. Playfully, Musin tugged her closer and whispered, "Up for another round." Baekdan's face flushed. "There are people outside." "Are you out of your mind?" she hissed, adding that she wasn't in the mood for anything. Musin just smirked, pulling her into a deep kiss before murmuring, "Very well, next time, then." Musin was humming on his way to work when his manager spotted him. "You look like you're in a good mood." Musin smirked. "A thug stays a thug at heart. You can have all the fancy dishes in the world, but one decent bowl of udon is enough to mess with my head." With that, Musin said he'd take the trash out before heading home for the day. He wasn't just talking about trash, though. He was reflecting on the business deal he just closed. Mr. Park, the basketball coach and Baekdan's well-known uncle, Looking at her closely, he couldn't help but see traces of her mother in her face, and a memory surfaced, the day her mother had once claimed Baekdan wasn't her child. But he brushed it aside and asked casually, "Are you seeing Musin?" Baekdan replied quickly, "Nothing like that." Mr. Park frowned and muttered about how Musin was nothing but trouble, there to clear the alley for reconstruction. Just before leaving, he added bluntly, "Just make sure you don't get pregnant," leaving Baekdan red with embarrassment. After he left, she sat lost in thought. It's just a fling. He doesn't care. Yet all her heart could picture was Musin, the way their bodies fit together perfectly. "Miss?" a voice called, pulling her from her thoughts. His smirk suggesting they pick up where they left off. "No," Baekdan said sharply, standing her ground. "You came here to sweep us out along with the trash." Director Jang Musin. Musin blinked, caught off guard. "What are you talking about? Isn't it obvious?" Baekdan replied. Pursing her lips, she said, "Let's stop seeing each other." Making Musin shocked and speechless.